Hello, I'm Will Sampson from Cabinet Maker FDM magazine, which is now changing its name to FDMC effective January 1st. At any rate, we're in the shop today to talk about hand saws, specifically Japanese style hand saws. I've long been a fan of Japanese saws. There are a lot of different kinds. This one is called a Ryoga. But a lot of Westerners have not adopted them for a number of reasons. They operate on the pole stroke, which we're not used to doing, and their tooth profile is very tall. I'll zoom in here so you can see. And so the tooth profile is pretty tall and somewhat delicate, and you can break teeth if you push it. And they're thinner. So they make a thinner kerf, but at the same time, that also means if you push them rather than pull them, they can buckle in the kerf. So it's all a matter of what you get used to, I guess. But there are a lot of advantages to having a pole stroke saw, and so some Western manufacturers have jumped into the game. The latest is DeWalt, which now has a line of some really nice pole saws. This one is just cuts on one side, like a kataba Japanese saw, and it has 14 teeth per inch and is about 10 inches long. It has a very thin blade, so it's designed that if you wanted to do a flush cut, you could cut like that on there. Cuts great. Nice, fast, clean cut. Nice saw. The other saw they have is more like my old Japanese Ryoga. It's a two-sided saw. It has the thin 14 teeth per inch fine cut on one side, so that'd be like a cross cut, and then it has coarser 7 tooth per inch on the other side, which would be like a ripping cut. So, you know, like use that here. Very aggressive, works great as a ripping cut. And then you could use the finer side on here as a cross cut. Very aggressive, nice fine kerf. I'll let you zoom in and see. See, there's a nice fine kerf, very, very thin. And again, it's very flexible, so you could use it to cut, you know, like that. Now, more specifically for a flush cut, they have come up with this, what they call a reversing backsaw. It has the backsaw reinforcement here for a really rigid blade for nice straight cuts. But it's, again, I'll zoom in here a little bit so you can see it's offset so that this side is, the blade itself is offset, and then the way it's mounted is offset. So you can lay it flat on the piece and cut. But it also is not strictly a backsaw, because you can push this little release here and just swing it around, and it'll cut from either direction. So, like if I want to cut this off, there we go, and a nice flush cut. Now, all of these saws will do this kind of a flush cut, but they still have set on both sides. The teeth are offset back and forth. So you're not going to get a totally smooth finish on the edge. There are some saws that are specifically made for flush cuts that have the side that's supposed to go on the wood have all the set of the teeth ground out so that there's no scratching on that surface. But these work pretty good, and for anybody that has to work with moldings where they meet a floor, for example, things like that need to do a cut nice fast with a handsaw, this is a great way to do it. And the handle on this is offset too, so you have that clearance with the rigid flat blade, or you get the clearance by bending it like that. But and then while I mentioned that the traditional Japanese saw that the teeth are somewhat delicate and the grind on them is not easy for people to sharpen. So if you break a tooth, then it's trouble. These blades are designed, rather than to be resharpened, they're designed to be easily replaced. You just unscrew this knob and remove the blade, and it goes back on just as easy. And the handles are nice, rubberized, very ergonomic. Hole to hang them up, very nice. And removing the blades is nice too, because you can take them off and make a smaller package in your toolbox with them unmounted from the handle. So definitely something to look at, the DeWalt Pole Saws and DeWalt reversing backsaw. You can probably get them from your usual tool suppliers or do a search online, and I'm sure you can find them. That's what we've got for today. You can see more of our reviews at www.fdmconline.com. Thanks for watching.